Hi folks, it's Gail of Lifestyle Obedience, training for the real world. Real world obedience. What do you do with your dog and what are your expectations of them in those situations? I have Miss Sophie here. She's a boxer, 7-month-old boxer, and we're out for a walk. This is one of the things I really like to do. Put them on a big long line, just give them some freedoms about their walking and start establishing that authority from the dog's point of view. What is it at this point? She goes running off in a direction independent of me. She's going to run to the end of the leash. I'm going to call her name, or I'm going to give her the scold term. There she is. She's got something on her mind, but she chooses to follow me. I have a stick here to keep her interest because I forgot to bring a toy. But anyway, we improvise, right? Real world. So this is one start of establishing that authority. Who is the leader? If I change direction, and I'm going to put my stick down at this point actually, she's going to stay with it. But look at that. I leave and she starts following me. So establishing authority from the dog's point of view. Who is the leader? I'm going to change direction again without command. She's supposed to keep her awareness. What a good girl. What a good girl. Her awareness of me and follow the leader just like in a pack. So there's one of the things that I would encourage you to do to start with your puppies. A lot of people like to put puppies on leashes, short leashes like I have around my neck, and take them for a walk. And what happens is they establish the dog being the leader. The puppy is out ahead of you, pulling you, your arm is out straight, and the dog is small. You can handle it at that stage. But at that point, the puppy is establishing leadership. There is something going on in the mind of the dog. So when your dog stops like this and you stop for them, they are setting the agenda. I don't stop when my dog stops like that. If I think my dog has to go potty, that's why it's so important to develop a potty term. Go hurry up, go potty. I like hurry up. But right now, she's out ahead of me. Does not mean she's leading me. I'm going to see if I can turn the camera around. Does not mean she's leading me. We just happen to be walking in this direction. She's used to pulling her owners. I'm going to see she's got something on her mind there. I'm going to keep walking. And will she, if I tell her, come on, no response, she runs out of leash. She gets the end of the leash, and that a good girl, and I keep walking, and she can keep coming with me. Now I'm going to start backing up. She doesn't know I'm leaving. Come on. Verbal control, that's what I like. So I let her know I've changed direction. I let her know with that come on that I've changed direction. It's not the come command. It is just a signal to her that, hey, you should be paying attention to me. Here she is again. Come on. Come on. Atta good girl. Good girl. So this is what I would encourage for the young puppies, to establish that packing mentality before you start putting them on the short leash and teaching them to be the leader. Because what happens is, as they mature and get bigger, the attitude is changing, their size is changing. And then all of a sudden you have a dog that you can't handle on leash. Watch for my leash handling. I talk about my foundational statement says this: success comes from doing the right things at the right time. One is not giving freedoms until they are earned. We put our puppies on a leash way too early, for my liking for sure, because again, they're not ready for that type of attention on the leash. My style of training, there is a lot of type of styles of training where you're baiting the dog and feeding the dog. I'm talking about where that dog's mindset is on you. So I'm talking about my leash work where that dog has to keep you in its line of vision. I don't put the puppies in that position. I use this with the long line and teaching the puppy what I call the packing mentality, being aware of the person and working with them and following them while they're out online. So here she is out ahead of me again. It's around. I'm going to change direction. She looked over her shoulder. Do you see that? She can see me. Oh, look at that. No correction or anything. She saw that I was going the other direction. Good girl, Sophie. I am so proud of you. What a good girl. So this is really very important very early on, to get that puppy's mind to follow that leader and not to be dragging the leader. There's a time for the short leash, but I don't typically take my puppies for a walk on a short leash until they're a little bit older and they have the attention level to pay attention to me. But again, I work with trying to get that dog on verbal control, the relationship of the dog, where the dog respects the leader, and that packing mentality where I hardly ever have to use a leash with my dogs. So anyway, folks, establishing authority from the dog's point of view. The dogs are not offended by it. It is a little counterintuitive to us humans to communicate to the dog on their level, but it's not counterintuitive to the dog. It's very understandable, and they respond so quickly to it, and they respect you more. All right, until next time, God bless.